to What's Working in Video. I am your host, Kathleen Selmans. I am the CEO and co-founder of Amplified Now. We run an expert video content marketing agency where it's a focus on video content for content marketing. Kind of just letting people speak in their expertise and get out of their own way so they get their answers to the questions that their customers ask in a very short time frame. And then it gets repurposed and it's wonderful. And today I have with me Maddie. Can you introduce yourself and your company, Maddie?
Sure. Hi, I'm Maddie Beard, and currently I'm actually a creative resident at Adobe. So this is a one-year program. It's basically a career accelerator, and I'm using it to build my portfolio, but also experiment with some things, one of those things being video. So yeah, I started my YouTube channel, and eventually after this year as an Adobe resident, it will be helping me with my freelance work as well as some content creation and course creation and things like that. So that's what YouTube will be fueling for me in the future.
Yeah, Adobe knows a thing or two about video, huh?
Yeah, just a couple things.
Tell me about your residency. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I'm actually, basically I was to pitch a project to get the residency. So for my project, I'm focusing on UI UX design in the wellness space and specifically designing mindfully for the wellness industry. So what I'm doing is coming up with 3 kind of future concepts in wellness and creating case studies about them, all sort of in the UX space. And so that's kind of part of my residency. The other part is sharing my process and my learnings. And so I'm doing that through video and also through Instagram.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How far into the residency are you?
About halfway through. So it started in May. And so, yeah, I've just finished up my second project. And so I've got the rest of the year to do one project and then one kind of extra little passion project that has to do with teaching. So lots of video will be happening in there.
That sounds really, really cool. Yeah, I saw when you accepted the thing that it was Adobe, and I thought, ooh, I might be out of my depth here.
Not at all. Just a resident over here.
Do you get to go to campus? Like if in the after times, like
I would have, yeah, I would have. So hopefully I'll be invited, whenever this is all over. But for right now, totally remote. Normally the program is 25% travel, and so some of that 25% travel is to SF and a lot of other events and things like that.
Cool. So what has been the most surprising thing for you about working with video?
I think honestly, the most surprising, might sound weird, but the most surprising thing is that I actually like editing videos. I thought that for me, I was going to hate it. And I actually had my sister lined up to edit my videos for me. I was like, this is going to be great. Like she's a college student. So and she's into video. And so I kind of thought I'd be outsourcing it from the jump, but it's something that I love doing. And I think that if I could, I would like just edit, and that would be sort of like, my only thing. And so, yeah, I think that surprised me because it's definitely something that takes a long time. And so I dreaded it, but I actually think it's really therapeutic and creative.
That's interesting. I have a really hard time. I don't mind the editing process. I have a really hard time editing my face and voice because
Sure.
this hair is out of place, right? And I can handle that while I am recording, but when I'm editing, it is all I can do to not throw it out. How do you get past that?
Yeah, I got past it after my first few videos. I started to just look at myself and be like, Maddie, like stop taking yourself so seriously, because my first video I filmed probably 10 times, And then I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't have time for this. No one's looking at me as closely as I'm looking at myself. Just get over yourself. And so once I got over myself, then it stopped being an issue, honestly.
The only way I can do it, and I outsource all of my editing. My editor said that there was a day where every time her boyfriend passed, my face was on the screen. He's like, "All right, who is this person? Like, why are you always into her?" She's like, this is all the videos." Like,
So funny.
but I have to like pretend it's not me. I have to like make myself a client and just like if my editor's not available, which is rare. But if she's not, then I'm like, oh, this is my client and I don't know her and she's doing fine.
Like, I'm editing her video. Aren't I so nice?
Because otherwise for me it would be all B-roll. And I don't have the time to create B-roll. And I don't personally, the way that my business is set up, I don't see the added value. It probably increases the length of the production process by about 6x, and it's just for content marketing, it doesn't make sense.
That's interesting.
We're not doing viral videos. We're working with experts who need to answer questions in their tone of voice. They need to work on their eye contact and stuff like that, where it's not the same thing. I was just watching somebody else talk about how they get 20 million views per video on YouTube, and my clients aren't going to be those. Like,
sure.
They have asked, how can we go viral? I don't know, bucket of kittens? Like, do you really want to go viral as a coach or a consultant?
Right.
You could say something horrible and go viral because then, everybody will see you. But I don't think all press is good press in these days,
Yeah. Yeah. It's better to just be intentional.
And how do you see yourself working with video after Adobe?
Yeah, I think basically right now I'm putting out a YouTube video every week, and I'm going to continue to do that and just see sort of what happens. So I'm going to be putting out a course later on this year. I'm not sure if it's going to be a Skillshare course or something that
What's the topic?
It's going to be, I believe, as of right now, it's going to be how graphic designers can transition to UX, because that seems to be a big thing for my audience. So that's going to be the course. And my YouTube channel is just meant to be free content to help people sort of do that. But if they want to get more in depth with it, then I will have some paid content as well, such as the course and some resources and things like that. So that's how they're going to sort of function in tandem with each other. And of course, with the course as well, I'll have to be using video for it. So
yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to, but it's easier. It's certainly easier. As long as you get over the initial hump, it's easier to convey anything you want on video.
I completely agree.
How are you repurposing your videos after you go live on YouTube? Or not live, after you put it on YouTube?
Yeah, I actually don't. And maybe I should be doing that on Instagram, because I am also sharing on Instagram, but I'm sharing more of my actual work, projects, and life as opposed to more educational content. So they're a little bit different there, but I think I would love to have a way to repurpose them, because like I said, it takes a long time. Editing, filming, it all takes a while. And so yeah, maybe that's kind of a next step for me, is to figure out how to sort of broaden the reach for those.
Well, since you have already professed your love for editing, I would say it's worth doing, because what we do for our clients is we record them as high a quality as possible. So honestly, it's usually their phone, but we always make them turn it sideways, because you can always cut down, but you can't stretch out when it's up and down. But so what we do is we hard burn our captions onto the video, and then we take it through different aspect ratios. So we cut a 1 minute snippet for TikTok and Instagram, and then we do the long ones for IGTV, which would be full length. And then what we do is we pull out the text and turn that into an actual blog post. So not just reading a transcript, but for the person who's going to never hit play so they can consume and absorb the same information. And then, because usually the videos that we're working with clients, I'm not on them at all. But in a 5 to 10 minute expert video, they're saying some really good things. And so then we just have these like quote templates for Instagram that they can then use. And so then one video gets repurposed a whole bunch of different ways. I think that you could absolutely get more mileage as long as you don't just stop at YouTube. Getting a YouTube video out every week is an awesome thing to do. But I think you could probably really amplify your efforts, because you're right, it is a lot of work to get to pull that video together in the first place.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I've definitely thought about continuing my blog. I started a blog a little while ago, and it's sort of just kind of been off to the side for a while. But I think, all the time that I take planning the videos, even like those types of like scripts and outlines, could definitely be something that could be repurposed into quotes for Instagram or blog posts. So that's a great idea.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. Where can people find you if they want to connect with you as you're building your course, as you're on your Instagram?
Yeah, I think Instagram is probably the best place. I'm at maddiebeard.ux, MADDYBEARD.ux. And yeah, if you just search Maddie Beard on YouTube, I will also come up.
Awesome. That's so great. And I really look forward to following you as you finish your time at Adobe, as you branch out into other things. I'd love to check in with you in like a year, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.